Zordia. Eager to resume our investigations. I know I am. Do you recall that scrap of alien starship we recovered? Well, Inspector Brandehild has employed his unsettling calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole, and he has concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. Our most likely scenario, then, is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage, along with the Poo-Poo's acquaintance. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who this unknown agent might be. After all, there is a single shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, let's head over to Kama first. The inspector and the others are waiting in a dwelling there. I'd rather not explain myself twice. Okay, Delion. I don't even remember if that's the voice I gave him, but that is now the voice he's going to have. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, there you are. I see Rend. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Why is this so cute? Rend is sleeping with the boo-boo!
Oh, Zordia! I'm so worried for Master Poo-Poo.
This may not be the best time to share my conclusions. Oh, it's what voice did I give Brandehild? A most terrible development. 'Tis horrible misfortune, Zordia. Calamitous even. Poor Master Poo-Poo has fallen gravely ill. Not Poo-Poo.
No. He's so bluish green. More so, I mean.
He could have caught a cold. I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Garlemald. Poo-Poo is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might ravage his body? Uh-oh. Oh no.
Noshu's delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the inspector himself can attest.
Good gods, Noshu! You'll blow our host's domicile to pieces. Put them away. It's domicile, isn't it? If I may, when I was cloned from the inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the starship's archives. This information includes an encyclopedia understanding of Master Poo-Poo's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. A Xenoman hybrid mind that explains the impossible calculations. The Sherlock moment. Let's go. All right, Brandehild. Bro. I've done it. I've come up with a new recipe. I have it. Master Poo-Poo is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. The 8-bit version. Gods grant me strength. As a visitor to Atheris, Master Poo-Poo has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! 'Tis just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicine would do more harm than good? They most certainly would. Based on the results of my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. Then the ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Poo-Poo's collection samples. Otherwise, there are only 2 which we lack. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the cachapa, which wander salt winds welcome. Ah, the slaughtering of a monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for Zordia. Got this. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as dampstrum, which I am hoping can be found among the Great Works' extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Very well, Noshu, Dillion, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patient.
Inspector Inspector Brandhild, you're such an expert on all things Thavnair.
Oh, I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusions from some simple observations, nothing more. As I said, I am hoping the alchemists have the damp shroom we need, but it is really quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Sure, we got this. Easy. Then let us not prolong Master Poo-Poo's suffering a moment longer. I love Hildy. It's so dumb. It seems we have a job to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Your mission was successful, I assume. Ours is, ongoing.
Who knew a lamp shroom would be so difficult to find?
Ah, Zorgia! I had every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us.
The alchemist said the fungus has a few applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time.
Then I must put my keen inspector's sense to work. Stand back whilst I attune myself with the essence of the dark. Damp. The word is damp shroom, and you'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. 'Tis close, my friends, and getting closer and closer even as we speak.
I hear you folks are in the market for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell if you're interested.
But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow.
Right then. If you'll have me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalize our transaction up on the perfumed rise.
He looks untrustworthy. Was it genuine clairvoyance or sheer coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. Though, in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildebrand, preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up on his timely offer. Oh my god, the stalking Lawless right there. I wonder, does this not strike you as a touch convenient, if not contrived?
The inspector saves the day again.
Our quest for medicinal components is nears its end. Stay strong, Master Poo-Poo. What are we waiting for? Oh boy. Move it, shake it, move it. Who do you think? Just move it, prove it, groove it. Show me how to. He's called a trustworthy trader.
You're here. Good, good. And here's the damp shroom as promised.
Sus. Oh, glad we are for your assistance. Oof.
Ta-ta. Not so fast. There's still the matter of payment.
Oh, he does have La Habrea hair, you're right. Of course. And how much do we owe you, my good man?
Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I couldn't let it go for less than 1 million gil.
Oh, that's like changed to Frizz. Hey, Frizz, can you cover this cost, please?
1 million gil
For one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery!
A bargain, I counter. You would pay tenfold my price in the markets. I thought to do you a kindness in light of your urgent need, but I'm more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity.
Noshu, how fare we for coin?
We're plumb out, Inspector.
Then this is a prickly pickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds and such short a notice? Uh-oh. $1 million gil, was it? I, have an orchestrion roll collecting problem. Gotta buy them all, spent the last of my savings on the return to oblivion. I'm just gonna pretend I'm sleeping. If that's the way of it, then I shall beg father for the necessary amount. Saving Master Poo-Poo's life is worth every gil.
Give that man nothing.
Who dis? Who you? Oh. Run. You're surrounded. We have you now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. Yay. We're gonna get it for cheap.
Radzadhan City Guard at your service. We'd received report of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damp shroom is a rare find in the bazaar, to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it. The price this charlatan quoted you was, quite frankly, ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judge of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus. Assuming you still want it.
Yes, very much so. That is very, magnanimous of you. Thanks for the mushroom.
Blah! You think I enjoy tricking fools out of their coin? That bastard hadn't declared my job redundant. I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low.
Who? There's a reason he said that.
He blames a rising star among the merchant prices for his woes. Van Hoody, I believe his name was, purchased the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a reconstructuring of the hierarchy, but a lot of people out of work.
Van Hoody, I know that name. Something about an acquaintance deal gone sour. Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Hannish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety.
Truly, there is no telling how deep the coffers of this Van Hoody are. Nor do any know the secret of how he amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast. There are whispers, though, that he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary of problems, the transmutation of base metal into gold.
Oh, alchemy?
Unlikely to say the least, but whatever the source of Van Hoody's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He's bought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private ship, among other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh?
Bruh, if only I could be that rich.
Core, that swindling case had barely started before you solved it, Inspector.
All in a day's work, my dear Nashu. I believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Brandyhill, shall we?
Eto wado.
Oh, it's the head. Oh. Oh, shoot.
I may have mollified his lordship with the secret of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Wee-hee-hee!
I like how he's just being carried by...
After all that, we paid not a single gil for the Dampstroom. The manifestation of such windfalls must be another facet of the inspector's uncannily good fortune.
If Inspector Brandihild's remedy fails, we can always try my explosive cure-all.
Of course. Your suffering nears its end, Master Poo-Poo.
Inspector Hildebrand tells me you have the liver to go along with his damp shroom. A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredients in the starship. So let us convey Master Poo-Poo outside, that we may administer his medicine as soon as it is ready.
Oh my gosh! Poo-Poo! Master Poo-Poo!
This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment.
Up they go into the ship. No, she's sleeping.
Yay, Poo-Poo is better.
Aw. Oh, his eyes.
Oh, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough.
Master Poo-Poo recovered his strength in mere moments. 'Twould seem his powers of recuperation are just as advanced as his technology.
I came here from another world. A stranger you've no cause to trust. And yet, you've treated me so kindly. The people of this star are so welcoming.
Ha! You are our dear friend now, Master Poo-Poo. 'Tis our pleasure to help. Oh my gosh. I need a minion. A Poo-Poo minion. Oh no. Oh no.
And it would be my pleasure to harm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Isn't that like a crystal of light?
I'll not fall for the same trick twice.
No, Brandihild! No! No, Brandihild! No! Oh, is he okay? Oh no! Oh no! The flower! Inside of... No! I can't. Oh no. Oh no. He could have done that whole time. Oh. Oh. Bro. Oh my gosh. All these effects, bro.
Imputed worms, taste my full power!
Go, Nashu. Go, Nashu. You got this, Nashu. Do it. Do it, Nashu. Oh my god. We're getting backstory. I can't. This became a shonen. Oh my god. I'm like holding my breath. Why? Are we gonna do the Jack shot? Jack shot? Oh no. I was gonna say. Slam dunk! Slam dunk! Oh my gosh, wait! Okay, okay. I like that they made us look really cool there. That was dope. Not again! Team Rocket's blasting off again. Great job, Nashu. Oh, and now he's more in love. Yay! Celebration! Now we can go out for chicken and beer. Korean chicken.
You took the full force of that destructive beam, yet there you stand, somewhat singed but apparently unharmed. I've pondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortitude of yours, and I feel compelled to ask, are you an alien?
Ha ha! A fine jest, but I assure you, I am without a doubt an Uldon-born Manderville of terrestrial Huron stock.
He's Hildebrand, an agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. What more do you need to know?
Where to even begin? But never mind. We have more pressing matters, such as locating Master Poo-Poo's missing comrade. 'Tis time we reopened the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly! And I have a firm theory as to who it was that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. Who? The Charlians! I mean, that's not too far off. I'm all but certain they've allied with insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I wager we'll find what we're looking for in old Charlian. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy. The Charlians can't be bothered to formally ally with foreign nations, much less aliens, and the Loperites don't count. Trust me, they'd soon flee the star than attempt to subjugate it. While Master Delion's theory does lack supporting facts, we have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand the Charlian sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Perhaps their experts have been tracking extraterrestrial movements. Ahem! I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Nay, my friends, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Charlian immediately.
Nice teamwork, Zordia.
The time has come, Zordia. Charlian is the beating heart of this conspiracy, and I won't let them hide their machinations any longer. My calculations may have failed me, but my companions did not. 'Twas your quick thinking that saw the villain laid low, with a tremendous flourish, no less. Not from around here. Hildebrand is keen to embark on the next leg of your investigation. Charlian awaits! We need to only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? So this experimental aetherite will allow us to teleport thither, even absent attunement? Splendid! Then we shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. Uh-oh. Nashu's probably gonna be fine. Wait. Huh? Dillion. Oh gods, save me.
I hope Dillion wasn't too attached to his lunch. Oh, when you've traveled the cosmos as much as I have, teleportation is not the least bit disconcerting.
How severe is your aether sickness, Master Poo-Poo?
So this is the city of learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. How are you all not sick to your stomachs?
Experimental aetherites make travel exponentially more fun.
Sometimes I feel as though I am the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. Actually, Dillion, you're not normal either. But this is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it the Charlian's secret agents travel the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home in service to a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. If we're to find answers, then that's where we need to look. Secret agents, you mean gleaners? Labyrinthos, not a military facility. I say, this Labyrinthos sounds promising. I say we head down there and make inquiries as to the whereabouts of our missing alien friend. We simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Then let us be on our way. Oh my god. I found him! I was wondering what was making that noise. He's throwing up.
What beautiful architecture! Charlian is clearly one of your more advanced civilizations.
The city's archives are said to be bursting with knowledge of countless peoples accumulated over the centuries. I should very much like to peruse the shelves.
once we have attended to our main mission. No. Thank you. I am much recovered. Uh-oh, what was Noshu trying to do?
If you're still feeling poorly, my all-purpose cure can perk you right up.
Oh gosh. These must be the lifts in question. I like how we don't even get stopped by, or are we gonna get stopped?
Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, madam? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them entrance.
That's what I thought. If it is assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy. Where did you send the meme? Oh my god. Oh, cute.
I could certainly make some judgments, but that is neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to forum policy.
You're the ones who should be judged! I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours! Admit it!
Xenotechnology? I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yet do our paths cross in a most serendipitous fashion. Is this Godbert? Oh my gosh, Godbert literally here to save the day all the time. Father! What business brings you to Charleon? I am in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of the Manderville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here in Labyrinthos. And as you also seem to have business down below, this is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift?
Ah, Master Godbert Manderville. The forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged.
I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the, Archeon. He got stopped! Charleon structures truly are works of art, simply inspiring.
What an incredible vault of accumulated curiosities! I should very much like to return here once our mission is complete.
An underground archive with such an extravagant recreation of an outdoor habitat. What innocent purpose could it possibly serve? Oh, but of course, they're performing simulations to hone their strategy for aiding the aliens in their invasion of the world above. From what Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Atheris. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk. A shiny silver saucer. I'm sorry, but we have no record of such an object in our archives. Either whole nor in part. Aw. Or so you would have us believe, but the purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. You cannot deny that you are conducting secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thalmazine, but it was neither for military purposes nor of extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself, and then everyone will hear what you're really up to. While I cannot assist you with your missing craft, I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here. Oh. You do? And where was this, pray tell? At Mariel Agronomics, in the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Well, it seems you found yourselves a solid lead. I have my own search to tend to, so I shall bid you a good hunting and good day. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the Agent of Enquiry and friends is in order. To Mariel Agronomics we go. Oh my gosh, Poo-Poo is so freaking cute.
Your description would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the mandragoras hereabouts. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure if I can be of much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck asking the older hands.
Mark my words, I'll find the evidence I require. They can't hide all the traces of their alien alliance. Oh, you must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Not a mandra, you say? Well, the only other bluish thing I can think around here are the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. The squeeps! What fine and juicy looking grapes. They really emphasizing the grapes here, aren't they?
Master Poo-Poo has found a new friend. Maybe they can help us find the older one. How could anyone ever mistake me for a Mandragora? We look nothing alike.
If I may, have you perchance come across an individual resembling this delightful blue ragamuffin here?
Yes, the little blue man. Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did. And it was no Mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual here. Only this, friend you described was scuttling along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long.
Still early, Bun Bun. Wonderful! That corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question, in fact, and will bring him to talk to us shortly. Let's round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share.
You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, and you've brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely.
My friend was really here then?
Aww. They certainly were. If you've a moment or 3, I'll tell you the whole tale. Oh, here we go. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavnair on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary with his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I'd never seen before.
Could it be?
As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. Thus did I hail the apothecary to inquire after his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the worn-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict, there would be a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he'd anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture. And so the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery ship, and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield.
It cannot be a coincidence.
The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Radzatan. His guests wished to make repairs to the craft, and even amongst the wonders of the bazaar, they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here, myself. Alas, even the Thomazine engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics, while the engineers followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs. The apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Marial.
And then what happened?
Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but, being typical Charlians, I wager they would have happily forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square inch of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. And that little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Or so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thavnarian truth. Oh no! You're a fan! You see it, and love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to. I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Can it be true? I've a readership in Charlian? Perhaps I've misjudged these people.
'Twould seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a Hannish alchemist of undisclosed description.
Yes, this is wonderful news. I'm grateful indeed that we made the journey.
I've a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Rodzatan and continue the search.
There and back again in the blink of an eye.
To summarize our findings, we now know Master Poo-Poo's friend is safe and in the company of a Hannish gentleman, and possibly here on this very isle. Oh, that does sound promising. Oh, of course it's Godbert. Father, you've returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful. That it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least, much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville relic. Within such slumbers the secrets of weapon augmentation. Yet though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear. I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, and how he thus surrendered it into Charleon's safekeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Charleons never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archaeon, still awaiting processing. Oh? And here it is, an oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom?
Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandervillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded.
Wait. They are actually aliens. Starfaring? Mandervillians?
Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technologies. Our peoples shared ideas and inventions, so I'm quite familiar with your family's relic.
This lore is not where I thought this was going. Wait, they're actually aliens from another world?
If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever images we stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however.
Then let us retire to our rooms in Kama and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. Godbird's like, wait, the Mandervillians? Mandervillians, a coincidental naming, or is there some deeper connection? Oh my gosh, there's the stalker.
Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us.
Why does that sound like a Legend of Zelda thing? Breath of the Wild thing? Are we getting an actual cutscene? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Wait! I am Godbrand, wanderer of stars and weaponsmith extraordinaire. So the silhouette that you see in the quest is actually his. First Lord of House Manderville. This is the Godbrand, our founding father. I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I'm not a man born of this star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandervillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. Are we gonna go at some point to the world of the Mandervillians? Like, or at least see what it used to look like? Their faces killed me. Mandervillians are parasitic Wait, what? Symbionts, which can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Wait, they're Wait, what the fudge? I can't even with this. What about the wife? That's a Mandervillian? This is kind of gross. This is kind of gross. Did they think of this the entire time? The entire Hildebrand cycle was leading up to this? Like, was this always going to be his origin story? Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host's mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with a steel-like resilience. I knew there was something alien about the impossible imperviousness. Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring, which harbor the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes to the stars in search for potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos, until, tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Oh, shoot! Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. That sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days.
Aw, Poo-Poo.
Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and boarded a ship and fled upwards into the starry night. Damn it, Reese. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon. But the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. Why do we have so many tentacles? I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. But even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the falling star. Oh! As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent lifeforms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. Wait, so they're like half human? He was himself afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another. That's why he became... With his blessing, I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. The local lass still looks like... Although not pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology. A boon, I suspect, shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. He has a type, he does. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile. Yet as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. Oh my... We actually get to see them, that's cute. As the last of the Mandervilles, I've but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes and my armory of Manderville armaments for the benefit of these wonderful peoples whom I hold in the highest regard. They're freaking ridiculous. That explains everything. What an astounding development! Wait, when are we getting this emote? I, Hildebrand Heliodor, Maximilian Manderville, shed heed to the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big nor too small, should it be in service to my fellow man. He learns he's descended from an extraterrestrial being, and it's still business as usual.
But wait a minute. Then why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too?
Oh, that is a very good question. Are we gonna delve into Julian's heritage? Well, well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. But I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that. But 'tis unimportant, for now. My present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection, for Godbrand, and for the good of our star. Before I forget, I have a gift for you, Zordia. Pray await me at the Aetherite Plaza, and I shall bring it to you forthwith. Some truths can shatter the foundation of our beliefs when brought to light, but I have to say this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in Charleon. I love that that's what's most important to him. Those who peruse my publications are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception without exception. I've misjudged the Charleon people. They are not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge, unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. That Master Poo-Poo, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I'd bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when he shows his true colors. I hope you've not been waiting long. This is the gift I mentioned. Master Poo-Poo's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. We get a minion? I thought it only fitting that you be the one to care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. I got a minion! Oh my god! Bye, Alpha. And as for our Manderville weaponry project, I believe my ancestor's artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvements. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Geralt, and I shall endeavor to join you with utmost celerity. Until then, my dear Zordia, I get poo-poo! Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavnair... Oh, is this the aura from earlier? Did he find... Lord Van Hoody, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugay set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. That blithering dolt! Why is he making copies of himself? No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. What does he do? What does he do? Because he obsessed with self? What could you do with millions of... Well, to be fair, I've been wanting to have, like... alternate versions of me so I could get more stuff to... Oh my gosh! He's making an army. Altered physiology. Outmost man. The first of their clan an ancestor... Manderville? See you, Inspector. Bruh, I forgot that becomes a song. Oh, it's you. I suppose that bespectacled fop did mention he'd made some kind of breakthrough and needed to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. Zordia, welcome, welcome. I do hope you are prepared for another spot of modest labor, for I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of my family's extraordinary heirloom. As for why Godbrand abandoned his ciphered journals, 'twould seem he desired the greater security afforded by the relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared his knowledge falling into wicked hands bespeaks the destructive potential of what we seek to recreate. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weaponry's design. Godbrand understood that individual wielders have different needs and preferences, and thus conceived of a method to modify each armament's base qualities. Essentially to the process of a new type of oil known as Maxilla Manderville, by subtly Adjusting the precise ratio of ingredients for this coating, we can influence the paths of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. More bloody oil. The oil's chief ingredient is, once again, derived from a meteorite, specifically an achondrite, with amplifying properties. So many out-of-this-world materials, but 'tis unsurprising, now that we know the alien origin of Godbrand's weaponsmithing techniques.
Alien origin, you say? Little wonder I wasn't familiar with him.
As has become customary, I shall prepare the bulk of necessary resources, whilst you procure our supply of achondrite. Oh, aye. And a lovely bloody custom that is. Many your means, I reckon ye could buy a mountain of them space rocks as well. And I would be glad to do so, except the merchant in question will accept not less than a specific type of tombstone in trade. As much as it pains me to impose upon Zordia further, she is best equipped to handle this onerous task. I got it. These improvements called for a drastic reforging, and it is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Fine, I'll shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. You bloody think? Look, I've took this job to pay off my drinking debts, but now that I've managed that, I've got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, overprimped, pretentious arse. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed, and I fear such festering antagonism will adversely affect our smithing endeavors. Yes, let us resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirits, or several, as circumstances dictate. All at my expense, of course. Free liquor it is. Then you'd best be bringing your biggest purse. Zordia, you may join us. If you would be so kind to secure a table at the Mayhane, I shall be along in short order. There we go. Oh, a splendid night for spirituous beverages. You're sure about this then, are ye? I've a mighty thirst, and it'll not be slaked by the cheap stuff. What of you, Zordia? Will you be following Master Geralt's fine example? Bring on the high-class brews. I might have one or two. No liquor for me, thanks. Bring on the high-class brews! I will drink. Very well. Then I shall order us all the same to start.
Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy.
To your health, my friends. That's a lot of drinking. I like the little lemon. Right. No point beating around the bush. I've hated your guts for a good long while now. So even my insides offend you, and why might that be? 'Cause for a proper artisan, devoted to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you're off founding a consortium or building some fool's playground for fleecing the masses. You're a bloody merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient, then? Yet our work requires not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process? In that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have otherwise afforded. Is it not true that you craft kettles as a means to repay loans, or simply make ends meet? Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery, and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? You just jealous. Booze! We're going to need more booze over here! Oh, I've only had one. What soured me was when you set your arse on the syndicate. How can you craft aught worthwhile while your head buried in political shite? You may be surprised. My participation in Uldar's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. Well, ye can keep your bleeding inspiration. I want nothing to do with prissy rule makers like your ilk. You and your bloody reasonable arguments. Rich sods ain't got a clue what it's like for poor buggers like me, and What have you got against wearing clothes any road?
We're more alike than you realize, Master Geralt, especially when it comes to the simplicity of our attire.
Oh no! Oh.
It's all clear now you're the master craftsman, and I'm a sodden failure. A failure!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Rowena, where'd ye? How'd ye? Bugger it. I'm a sorry excuse for a smitty, and that's all that matters. He seems to be mistaking you for someone else. Perhaps you could offer him a kind word.
Geralt, your craftsmanship is flawless. Geralt, you're a sniveling disgrace to your profession. Wait, I have to go this way. I have to go this.
You always give it to me straight. I appreciate that. Right, I'm done weeping into me cups. I'll fix up them weapons and to hell's with the money. I'll do it for me own damn sense of pride.
That face. Oh, maybe I should have picked one since everyone picks two.
'Twould seem Master Geralt has overcome his aversion to our partnership. Splendid! Although I never would have guessed carrot juice could be so intoxicating.
Wait, carrot juice?
I was concerned for our good smith's health, you see, and I had Malil switch his spirits to something less potent several rounds ago. The Mayhane's liquors are sublime, but too much can wreak havoc on a man's constitution.
Aww.
There was a time when I, too, devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, running a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Monetary woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt his purity of purpose. And on that note, let us return to our appointed acquisitions. We shall require 3 chunks of the aforementioned achondrite, as soon as you are able. The heat of the furnace has me all sobered up. Let's have them special rocks, then. I reckon that's enough, but there's one other thing that's been bothering me. Was Rowena there? At the Mayhane, I don't rightly remember. Bah, forget it. Let's get his lordship over here afore I lose me will to forge. Now for the finishing touch, the Maxalamanderville oil. Before we can finalize the mixture, however, you must tell us how you wish your weaponry to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's various qualities, so think carefully ere you give your answer.
Adjust the attributes of your manderful weaponry. Learn about... Wait, what?
I've never done this before. This is kind of cool.
Understood. Your wish is our command.
Yeah, Relic is cool. I should do some of the other ones. Ooh, it's green!
And 'tis done. You're holding the results of undying devotion to crafted excellence. A majestic Manderville harp bow.
Nice.
Had you not so bravely confessed your grievances that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Aye, well, me memory's a mite fuzzy on that score, but I'll take me victories where I can get 'em. As always, Ordia, should you wish to enhance other Manderville weapons in your possessions, you need only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. Ahem, Lord Godbert. Though it shames me to admit, the expertise necessary to manufacture the Maxalamanderville oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Don't look at me! If I could mix magic potions, I'd have grown me hair back long ago. I am aware it would prove an insurmountable feat for you as well, which is why I've employed a master alchemist. Huh? Bloody odd taste in clothes, but at least he's wearing some. Our newest addition to the House Manderville retinue will assist with further augmentations and oversee the preparations of the oil. He will also be available to readjust your weapon's properties should you but bring him the required quantity of achondrite.
Okay, got that.
This has been a monumental step forward, my friends. Yet one stage remains ere the Manderville weaponry's evolution can be considered complete. I knew you was leading up to that, let me guess. We're to sit here in breathless, bleeding anticipation while you sort out what comes next? Precisely! Preparing the process is like to be a lengthy endeavor, so I do suggest you continue breathing. Final step is upon us, Zordia. Pray indulge this ambition of mine one last time.